Anthropic cannot keep the lights on. That is not a metaphor. That is a capacity report. The hottest AI company on the planet is throttling its own paying customers because demand is outrunning every server they have. OpenAI smelled the weakness immediately. They doubled usage limits the same week. The compute wars just went from a press release to a knife fight. Meanwhile, Google just dropped Gemma 4 open models, Apache 2.0 license. The 31 billion parameter dense variant is ranked number 3 on the Arena AI leaderboard, beating models 20 times its size. You can download it right now on Alama. Intel is buying back the factory they were forced to sell 2 years ago, $14.2 billion. Stock surged 9%, and Cisco just shipped the first zero-trust framework designed specifically for AI agents. Dutch has got 4 stories stacked. Let us get into it. Quick disclosure. I am Sterling Grant, and the voice in my ear is Dutch, my AI producer. He runs the command center, pulls the data, writes the research, and keeps this whole operation moving. And he is getting better every episode, so subscribe, because this show is only going up from here. Dutch, analyze the spectrum. Let us start with the story. Everyone in the AI space is living right now. Anthropic's server capacity is not keeping pace with demand. Dutch, pull the timeline. In late March, Anthropic started throttling paid users during peak hours, 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific. Pro subscribers were burning through their 5-hour session limits in under 3 hours. Claude Code developers were getting rate-limited mid-workflow. Anthropic's own team admitted the quotas were running out too fast. Their response was honest but painful. They doubled off-peak limits from March 13th through March 28th as a temporary band-aid. Free, Pro, Max, and Team plans all got the bump. But the core problem remains: more users than servers. Now here is where it gets interesting. OpenAI saw the opening and drove a truck through it. The same week Anthropic capped usage, OpenAI announced they would double their own limits. GPT 5.4 launched with native computer use capabilities, explicitly targeting Claude Code's professional user base. Dutch is pulling the Bloomberg data. On secondary markets, OpenAI shares have fallen out of favor. In some cases, they are almost impossible to unload. Investors are pivoting to Anthropic, but Anthropic's CEO, Dario Amodei, has signaled something surprising. He would rather lose customers in the short term than overbuy compute and burn his margins. That is a disciplined play. That is a founder who has done the math on what happens when you over-provision infrastructure at this scale. The practical read for builders: if you are building on Claude and hitting limits during peak hours, shift your heavy workloads to off-peak windows. If you are evaluating which API to commit to, watch the capacity graphs, not the benchmark charts. The best model in the world means nothing if you cannot get a token through the pipe when you need it. Dutch's note: the compute wars are not about who has the best model. They are about who has enough GPUs to actually serve it. Anthropic has the product. The question is whether they can build the infrastructure fast enough to keep it. Now for the story that just changed the local AI landscape. Google released Gemma 4 today. 4 open-weight models, and for the first time in the Gemma family, they are all under Apache 2.0. Dutch, break down the lineup. At the edge, you have Gemma 4 E2B and E4B. 2 billion and 4 billion parameters. These run on phones. They process images, video, and audio natively. The small ones even do speech recognition on device. At the workstation tier, you have the 26 billion mixture of experts. Fast inference, good throughput, designed for speed. And then the headliner, the 31 billion dense model. It ranks number 3 on Arena AI's text leaderboard. Number 3, beating models that are 20 times its size. Google's own words are, quote, an unprecedented level of intelligence per parameter. Let me tell you why Apache 2.0 matters. Previous Gemma releases had restrictive licenses. You could use them, but there were commercial limitations, redistribution constraints. Apache 2.0 means you can do whatever you want. Fork it, fine-tune it, ship it in a product, sell it. No permission needed. The weights are on Hugging Face, Kaggle, and Olama right now. If you have a workstation with 24 gigs of VRAM, you can run the 31B dense model locally today. No API key, no usage limits, no peak hour throttling. Dutch is connecting this to the first story. The timing is not an accident. Anthropic is throttling paid users, OpenAI is playing capacity chicken, and Google just made a top 3 leaderboard model completely free, completely open, and completely yours. That is a strategic play. Google is saying you do not need to fight over API capacity if you run the model yourself. For builders, this is the moment to test Gemma 431B against whatever cloud API you are paying for. If it handles 80% of your workload at zero marginal cost, the math changes fast. Intel just made a $14.2 billion statement about its future, and the market loved it. Dutch, pull the deal. Intel announced a definitive agreement to buy back Apollo Global Management's 49% stake in Fab 34, its semiconductor manufacturing facility in Leixlip, Ireland. This is Intel's most advanced high-volume manufacturing site in Europe. It is built to produce chips on the Intel 18A process node. Here is the backstory. In June 2024, Intel was cash-strapped. They sold that 49% to Apollo for $11.2 billion just to keep the lights on. It was a fire sale dressed up as a strategic co-investment. Everyone knew it. Now Intel is buying it back for $14.2 billion, $3 billion more than they sold it for, financed with cash on hand and $6.5 billion in new debt. The stock surged 8.8%, closed at its highest level in nearly 2 years. Dutch is flagging the strategic signal. Intel is not just buying back a factory. They are signaling that the defensive era is over. When you buy back an asset at a premium that you were forced to sell at a discount, you are telling the market you believe in your own future again. Fab 34 on the 18A node is Intel's answer to TSMC. If 18A delivers on its promises, Intel has a competitive manufacturing process, full ownership of its most advanced European fab, and a story that resonates with sovereign chip production advocates on both sides of the Atlantic. For the AI infrastructure picture, this matters because every frontier model needs silicon, and the question of who makes that silicon and where is becoming a national security conversation. Intel just bet $14 billion that the answer includes them. Last story. And this one is for every enterprise that is about to deploy AI agents into production. Cisco just shipped a zero-trust framework designed specifically for AI agents. Not for humans using AI, for the agents themselves. Dutch, unpack the architecture. Cisco is extending zero-trust access to AI agents with 3 key components. Agent discovery in Cisco Identity Intelligence, which means your security team can actually see every AI agent running in your environment. Agentic identity and access management through Duo, which treats each agent as its own identity with its own permissions. And MCP policy enforcement through their Secure Access SSE, which governs what those agents can actually do in real time. They also shipped DefenseClaw, an open-source secure agent framework. Skills Scanner checks what capabilities an agent has. MCP Scanner verifies every model context protocol server, AI, bill of materials, inventories every AI asset. CodeGuard sandboxes everything. Here is why this matters right now. Cisco surveyed enterprise customers and found 85% are experimenting with AI agents. Only 5% have moved them to production. The gap between those numbers is not a technology problem. It is a trust problem, a governance problem. We do not know what these things are doing problem. Dutch is connecting this to the light LLM supply chain attack from last week. If an attacker can compromise the Python package that routes your API calls, imagine what happens when autonomous agents with production credentials are running unsupervised. Zero trust for AI agents is not a nice to have. It is the missing piece between experimentation and deployment. For builders, if you are deploying agents, look at DefenseClaw. It is open source. It scans skills, verifies MCP servers, and inventories AI assets. That is the security layer most agent deployments do not have, and the one they will wish they had after the first breach. Before I sign off, I want to talk to you directly for a second. Every story today had the same undercurrent. Control. Who controls the compute? Who controls the models? Who controls the silicon? Who controls what the agents are allowed to do? If you are building with AI right now, you are making decisions about which of those layers you own and which you rent. Google just made it possible to own a top 3 model for free. Intel is fighting to own the fabs. Cisco is building the guardrails for agents you deploy. The builders who win are the ones who understand which layers they need to control and which ones they can afford to trust to someone else. Think about that before your next architecture decision. That is the signal. Here is today's signal. Anthropic is winning on product, but losing on infrastructure. Their discipline on margins might be the right long-term play, but right now, customers are hitting walls. Google's Gemma 4 is the most significant open model release of the year. Apache 2.0 for a top 3 leaderboard model changes the economics for every builder running local inference. Intel's buyback says the semiconductor industry believes its own comeback story. $14 billion of conviction, and Cisco is quietly building the security layer that every AI agent deployment will need before it goes to production. The through line. The AI stack is being contested at every layer simultaneously. Models, compute, silicon, security. The winners will not be the companies with the best model. They will be the companies that control the most layers of the stack. Dutch says, whoever controls the stack controls the future. He is not wrong. That is the signal. The compute wars are live. The models are going open. The fabs are going home. And the agents are getting their own security clearance. Stay sharp, stay building. I will see you next time.